Hey everybody, this is Jake with Myers Flies. Tonight we're going to be tying up a caddis pattern. This was something that one of our customers who has bought several things from us kind of ordered some other flies and sent me a picture of this fly, and he said, hey, do you think you can match this? And I was like, well, I think we could come up with something. So here's the something. When the caddis are coming off, a lot of times, there's like a green body to them, and then this dubbing that's frayed out. It gets wet, it'll just lay back over top and look like the little shuck coming off of it. It's pretty cool. If you Google caddis flies, there's probably I think there's 14,500 different types of caddis. So what we're going to do with this is I've got a Daiichi 1120 size 14 in the vise there, and then I'm using a fire hole tungsten bead. This is their black, the stones. This is a 3mm tungsten bead there. They don't come in those cool little Tic Tac containers. I did a video on there. You'll have to check out the YouTube video for that. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of black 140 UTC thread. We'll start that right behind the hook. I'll just build it up just a little bit right there, not too much. And then we'll snip that free. And then I'm going to come in with a piece of this pearl core braid. This is Hairline's chartreuse pearl core braid. It kind of, because of the reflective nature of it, it doesn't show up real well. I'm just going to try to get this in there, and I'm going to get a couple nice turns on it. Get it nice and tight. Now you don't want to put a whole lot of thread because you don't want to tie it down. You want this to kind of move freely. So I've got probably maybe the width of the bead, and that's about it, because we're going to put that dubbing on. And then what I like to do is come up under the back of this thread here like this, and then I'll take my thread and kind of pull, and then get a nice tight wrap or two back there, and that'll lock this in from twisting around the hook. Now I'm going to make this long. I'm going to actually make it quite longer than what I need, and that's because the next step is we're going to singe it with a lighter. So I'm just going to turn it, and I'm going to turn that back, and this stuff singes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it just to the back of the hook, where this is, just past the back of the hook there. And this is all personal preference. I mean, I don't know that the trout are back there measuring how far the caddis, body is, but I like it to come, just past the back of the hook bend there. And then I'm going to take some black squirrel dubbing, and the one that you saw there, it's just a black, just a standard black squirrel dubbing. You can do whatever it is that you want. I'm going to actually put a dubbing loop in here, and I'll back that out a little bit so you can see the dubbing loop. This is just a tool that I made. I have one, but I like this. It's just a little sinker that I have there, and then it's just a hook on there, and I just hook that, make a loop like this, and then do a wrap or two, and then I run that, I'll twist it around, and tie that in, bring the thread back up there. So now what we have here is a dubbing loop right here. So now what I'll do is just take my dubbing, slide it up in between those two pieces of thread there, and you can kind of go a little heavy on this because we're going to brush it out. It's better to have a little bit more in there than to kind of get to the end and say, I wish I put more in. So I'm just twisting that up. You can see it spinning around. Now what I want to do is I'm going to just come in here and just pull off like these little extra fibers here that didn't get trapped in. I'll just pull them out. I'm going to zoom back in for you. And I'm just going to wrap this back here. I'm going to pull these fibers back like this as I wrap around. These little caddis, they really, even if caddis aren't coming off, these little, because that's like a chartreuse green color. I mean, you can use any color you want. Now, I wrap in back of this about 2 times, and then I wrap in front of it 2 times, and then that locks that in, and then I just snip that off and just preen those fibers back. Give me another 2 wraps or so in there, and then whip finish it. Nice 5 turn whip finish there. Then what we'll do is we'll come in, just kind of brush it back. And there it is. Now we'll finish that off with a little bone dry Solares UV. I'll just put a drop of that right on the top there. That bone dry is real thin. It soaks down into the thread, and I'll pull my UV light down. You can see how that green, boy, it just glows. And the UV light from the sun will go down through that water, and it'll hit it, and as it's see how it as it goes through the water column bouncing around, it's going to throw some light on that pattern for you. And when this gets wet, this just, it looks really cool because it comes back over it, and you get the green that shows through. And so that's it, guys. That is a really simple little caddis. We have those on our website at myersflies.com. We just call it a pearl cord caddis. You can use them with a lot of different materials. There was one that I saw in researching this pattern. It was called a kryptonite caddis, and they actually use the Sunset Amnesia line. We sell that at the shop in fluorescent green, which would work really good for this, and also in a fluorescent red. We use it for cider material on our tight line nymphing setup on that leader, but it would work really good. In fact, my brother was playing around with one the other day and looked really cool. So, but this is just really easy. Like I said, that material, it will fray at the end, so I just kind of singe it back, and there you go. Hope you like these videos. If you do, subscribe to us, hit the notification bell so it'll pop up whenever we post another video. And check us out at myersflies.com. You can also stop in at the fly shop. That's open now at 525 Liners Creek Road. That's in Dallastown. So we appreciate if you go to our Facebook page, like that. If you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to give us a call or send us an email or a message through Facebook. And get out there in God's great creation and take a child out there and teach them, while you're out there, take a little trash bag with you and pick up some of the litter that people throw out, and let's just leave it better than we found it, and take good care of it, and people will be able to fish for generations to come. So thanks for watching, guys.